Hey weirdos, welcome back to my channel. I got a meal prep for you today. Here I am showing off my fruits and veggies, grape for tax. She's artwork. And we're gonna get into the actual cooking portion of this video. When I'm making a lot of bacon, and this is for me and my family, some bacon for the week, well, the early part of the week. I like to only meal prep for about 3 days at a time. So we have bacon going here. I do it at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. This day it took 20 minutes. At the 15-minute mark, I pulled it out, flipped it over, thought, it could use some more time. And then I'm taking the bacon and putting it on a paper towel to drain all that grease off because, baby, we got goals. And you want to make sure you let it cool down before you put it in your little storage container. In this case, a Ziploc bag. Next, for breakfast, I wanted to make the viral Greek yogurt bagels, and I had ChatGPT actually help me with this recipe. I just told them what I had on hand, and this is what they came up with. I will leave the ingredients and the instructions below. But girl, let me tell you, this is some sticky stuff. It's that sticky icky. Whatever they tell you the amount of flour you need that plus half more. So 1.5 times the amount of flour. And obviously, I'm new to this. Like, this isn't really the kind of baking that I normally do, but I do want to get into it. So my kneading and all that stuff I know isn't great, but I tried. Now, this recipe makes 4 bagels, and I do love the color the blueberries turned it. But it doesn't quite look blue once it's cooked. You're going to see how sticky it is. See, I thought I was doing good with that first little ball, and then this happened. Yeah. What a mess. So I went and I got more flour, and I decided to try it again. Even with the first one, I needed it formed a little bit better and more flour on it. So I'm really coating that sucker. And once I get formed into the shape that I kind of want it, I'm going to stick my finger in and swirl it around to create that bagel hole. And then after I do that, I boil about 4 cups of water. It was gently boiled. And I did this because I saw one person do it. And she said, that's how they do real bagels. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do it like that. I boiled them for about 30 to 45 seconds on each side. And then I put them on a parchment-lined baking sheet, sprayed a little spray butter, and topped it with the Swerve brown sugar cinnamon. And there she is, golden and beautiful. I like to slice them in half before I store them. These were good. They're not as pretty as I want, but they were good. I will try again. Next, we're going to move on to the sides here. And I magically cut those potatoes, apparently, because who knows what happened to that clip. I'm going to do green beans with it. I season them with the same things. That's why they're on the same parchment paper lined baking sheet. I always season with salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika. Like, those are my core 4, if you will. But the tip for me, for veggies and potatoes, just like classic everyday stuff, is the Hidden Valley Ranch restaurant style buttermilk packet. It's the best one, and you can't tell me any different. And if you do, I won't listen. I won't. So we put that all over, spread it up, make sure the color changes, stick it in the oven at 425 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. And there she is. Once again, we're going to let it cool down, and we are going to put them in their own separate containers. So I guess you wouldn't really call this a meal prep. You would call it an ingredient prep, but it's for my meals, so I'll call it what I want. Another side, like I did 2 carb sides just for options, is rice. It's another quick, easy thing to make. You really don't have to pay much attention to it. And when you cook it with bone broth, it ups the protein. And it's not like you're not going to get a shit ton of protein out of it, but every little bit helps, especially when you have goals that you want to reach. So I let that come to a boil and then put in my rice and toppings and simmer, covered for 15 to 20 minutes. I just kind of keep an eye on it. I did do too much bone broth, but it worked out. Now for proteins this week, I decided to go with taco meat. It's easy, quick tacos, wraps, burritos, bowls, whatever you want, throw some ground beef in it. Now, I just take a pound of ground beef, brown it up, drain the grease as much as possible, and do 1 packet of taco seasoning. Fill up that little package with water, let it simmer and absorb the seasoning in the water, and then I put it in its bowl. Now, you'll see that I do have my scale there. That's just so I know what I'm eating later on. Now, my second protein are these Parmesan chicken bites that I got from Kroger. Very easy. They're already like prepped. All they need to do is be cooked. And they had instructions for the air fryer. 400 degrees for 10 minutes, but I did mine about 15 minutes. I just wanted to make sure they were done. That was my meal prep. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know it was short. This has just been a crazy week, but I love you guys anyways. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Bye!